Hello and welcome back to this very special Halo Infinite Forge video. I'm going to be going over some of the wonderful creations that have already started to happen in the pre-beta Forge that has sort of been leaked, and what we can see with potential futures of Forge once we're into beta and the full game release of Forge and Halo Infinite. So buckle up and we are in for a ride. So welcome back, and we are here on Forge. So I'm going to be splitting this video into three parts. I'm going to be talking about some generic Forge and how it's going to work, by what I think and what we know, and then I'm going to be talking about some of the maps that have already been created and then some technical things. So the information we can already see, we have people making maps left, right and centre. We have coding parts of this which can make like game modes for like infection, and just massive upscale of like objects. So as you can see on screen, I'm going to be going over some of these maps, and you can see so many parts and so many cool ideas that have already started to happen. So on this map here, you can see a lot of the rocks have been used to sort of form this deep dark cave. It sort of reminds me a bit of like Lord of the Rings. There's these flood maps by using tree roots and like spore looking things that are making like a flood like theme. And there's a lot of effects as in visual effects that are making the game like have weather, fog, rain, snow and things like that. But I'll be going over that a little bit later on, especially snow. But this map here is just amazing. Don't get me wrong, this isn't like a full map game mode. These are just like really cool visuals at the minute that people are making. Like just an abandoned crash site. This is like a World War II sort of themed zombies map. Like this is just being made in the pre-Forge that hasn't even been released yet. Not even a beta has been released yet. These are just like leaked, very weirdly achieved getting this game mode. Like this is just people glitching in to use Forge, and you can see it's like raining. Like there's visual effects, there's things popping off. I'm going to be getting on to like technical bits later on. But people are making some really, really cool maps. So let's move on to how they're making them. So you can make maps with just ordinary blocks, and then you can add texture to these blocks. So as you can see, this is Breakpoint. I think it's Breakpoint from Halo 2 and 3. And then you can start adding effects. So you can see like the fog and the vines and changing the materials from it being orange to like natural material that it would look like. Adding smoke and light and effects. And you can already see like the transformation. This is already done. You got smoke on the floor. And then while you study, you can see there's like smoke coming out of the barrels. You've now got greenery on the walls, making it a bit like blending in with it. And I don't know. I just think this is really, really amazing. You can see the potential that's going to happen. Like this is just pre-beta. And then we move on to a map that you'll automatically recognise, but they've just added like jungles, and this gives me like The Last of Us vibes, like a zombie apocalypse world that's been taken over. Just adding the greenery into these maps is going to form such a different way to play multiplayer maps. And this is why I think Forge is going to be massive for the Halo Infinite community. It's going to bring so many new maps, so many new game modes. Like there's be a part in the technical bit of this video that we're talking about how it can make like infection so much better. There's like remakes of other maps, as you can see here. This is like a Guardian map. They've put some grunts on the floor. Like I just can't go over the lighting as well of this. Like this is just beta. This is just using nothing massively fancy. I believe they're going to be doing like a file share like Halo 3 used to have, where you can put maps, and I believe you can put your coding up. So if you make a coding for a game mode or a specific weapon that can work differently, you'll be able to put that up for sharing, which is really, really cool. I put this clip in there just to show you again about the visualizing of maps. Like the smoke in this just makes, and the red flashing lights just make this feel like it's at a base under attack, which is really, really, really cool. Don't get me wrong, like the aesthetics of this probably aren't the best, but with the smoke, it just looks amazing. Then we come on to, obviously, weather. We can start implementing weather, and again, this has got the smoke effect. Don't get me wrong, this isn't 100%. Like, you can tell with the lighting's quite bright, so it's not quite there with lighting. This isn't even a beta, so don't go mad and say this looks awful. Like, this is just something. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Yes, excuse the pun, because we're at the top of the iceberg, whatever. this is just the tip of the iceberg of what is to come. Like, the lighting can be altered in the proper game, but there is so much to come. There's race maps. There's going to be infection game modes. There's going to be just so much to do. I'm just mind blown. And like the amount you can put into these maps without it costing. So there's a currency that you can use to put more items in. The amount of items you can put in without even scratching the surface of that budget is just mad. So let's get into the technical part, because this is really interesting. You can see a mongoose just about on the floor. You can change like the size of vehicles. You can do programming. You can see here, weirdly floating around is probably in some sort of banshee, but not. You can make custom zombie maps. And this was one of my favourites. So these machines are used for like pack-a-punching and perks. There's nothing massive fancy yet, just other than you can activate them. And it will tell you there's points been spent. It says debug, but this is obviously not fully developed and the full game's not here. But there's one scene where a creator has made a zombies build wall, so you can repair the wall, and it's just amazing. So imagine these pack-a-punches, and then imagine like the wall thing that I'll show you right now together. So this is just the wall. It's not very visually pleasing, but you can see you can rebuild this wall on one side, and on the other, the infected can deactivate it, so they can break in. So you can make literally a zombies map. Like, imagine that with the pack-a-punch and things like that. And you can just see here, like, the visuals of how it works and the coding and things like that. It's just amazing. Like, really, really, really cool. Someone, this Zmods has made, like, a gravity gun. So you can pick up, like, blocks. So, like, imagine this on Infection. Like, you've got to work as a team to build your way out. Or, like, a Chikesi's Castle mode where you've got a challenge, or like a Squid Games where you got to build something to get out. I don't know, like, imagine it. You can literally use this gun by the looks of it to pick up anything. And then this Zmods goes on to make like an activated door. So you got to put the blue and the green and the purple cube on the pressure pad to then open the door. So you can do this and make like challenges. So he's put a bit of a challenge map together where you've got to do like parkour to get the right cubes and put them on the right pressure pads. Like, imagine this with like a Run Fat Boy Run game mode or Mike Myers game mode. So they're coming after you and you've got to sort of do this challenge to actually win. Rather than just sitting and camping, you can be doing a challenge to complete the game or something like that where you get a one-shot sniper to kill him. There is so much to this Forge, and it's going to be so amazing. Just looking at these clips at the end of the game, you can see so much potential, and it is going to be absolutely amazing. Especially just some of these zombies remakes. Just looks incredible. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Just to say thank you for watching. Please go check out some more videos, and don't forget to